No one distract me. No one distract me. We're filming a very important intro now. Okay, this is very serious shit. How's it going, Fish Fam? Welcome back to a brand new video. If this is your first time checking out the channel, what's up? My name is Gabe. You can also find me at SpartnFish pretty much everywhere on the internet. If you're watching this video, that means I'm dead. What actually happened is you guys missed my first inaugural live stream back after 2 years. I haven't streamed in 2 years. The last time I streamed was before Gwent got taken off the professional scene. The last time I played that was the last time I streamed. It was when I was still a professional Gwent player. I just finished Ennie's Lobby, just finished Water 7, so we're gonna be we're gonna be doing a character tier list video. For those of you who saw, I did one of these for Alabasta, did one of these for Skypiea. So of course, we're back to do one again for Water 7, for Ennie's Lobby. Everyone on YouTube is constantly asking, when is SpartnFish going to post his next One Piece character tier list? That day is today for you on YouTube. But if you followed me on Twitch, it would have been weeks ago. Weeks ago! For anyone who's ever watched any of my One Piece videos, you know that just based off of aura alone, I fuck with Ace a lot. But he wasn't really in, he was in Alabasta a lot more. He had the filler arc last Saga, but he didn't do a damn thing until the very last episode of Water 7. Granted, it was pretty fucking cool, but as someone who has only watched up to the end of Water 7, I still don't even know if he won that fight. So, bro is just gonna go right here. This is also the best way to do a tier list, just in case anyone was wondering. S, A, B, C, D, that's kind of a midway to do your tier list. This is how you should be doing it moving forward into the future. Ace goes in badass because, he did some badass stuff, but that was pretty much it. Aokiji. Honestly, I don't know where to put him. Listen, this might change at some point. I'm willing to move people around a lot. I'm gonna put him here for now, because he did take on a giant who is also a vice admiral and soloed him. And he also soloed the Straw Hats by himself. So, yeah, you know what? Yeah, it makes sense. He's going in badass. Whitebeard, he didn't do a damn thing. He was just old and drank alcohol. Granted, I get it, bro. I like to drink too, but that can't be your only trait as a character. You can't make it up to S, you can't make it up to badass, you can't make it up to top G if the only thing you contribute to the show is just being an alcoholic. Mid. Whitebeard is mid. Blackbeard. I'm not gonna lie. For the first half of the fight with Ace, I was shit-talking him a lot. At the point that I'm recording this, that video hasn't come out at all. I don't even think I've edited that video yet, but I was trash-talking Blackbeard a lot, up until the point where he was able to just shit on anyone with a devil fruit power. How far? Bro, where have you been? No, listen, I'm not gonna take it out on him. I just finished Water 7 / Ennie's Lobby. So literally the last thing I have watched is Ennie's Lobby. Or the end of Water 7. 3:25. We're not very far. That's why I'm doing a Water 7 character tier list. But yeah. So yeah, I was shit-talking Blackbeard for most of that fight until he was able to just be like, if you have a devil fruit power, I just by default counter you. I gotta make a new tier just for Blackbeard, I think. You know what? No. He's going right here. He's going right here. I'm putting Ace above him for a good reason. Because Ace figured out what his power was. Well, I mean, it's a character in One Piece, so he fucking monologued and told him what his power was. But I assume he's gotta be, right? Because they've all right, look, they've given Whitebeard so much aura, so much glaze in this show. He has to be insane. He has to be insane. I know at some point he's going to be, but he ain't it right now, Chief. Yeah, he's just not it right now. But yeah, Ace clears Blackbeard in my opinion right now. Not necessarily like power scale, but the fact that he like figured out what Blackbeard's ability was and was still like, all right, bet I'm gonna hit you with this fucking spirit bomb. Like, bro, I have to know how that fight ended. That's such a crazy cliffhanger to leave off on, man. It's kind of disrespectful of them, low-key. Okay, Bluno. Mid. Can you repeat what you said? Listen, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what I said. I just be yapping, so you're gonna have to wait 6 weeks and then you'll find out what I said, I guess. I don't know. These two goofy ass, they go in the freak tier, and they go in the freak tier for a very specific reason. They spent the entirety of the time that they were on screen just shipping Nami with random like anyone who appeared, they were just like, damn, that must be who Nami's getting with. That has to be Nami's like other member of her love tribe. Bro, what are you? You're way too involved in this woman's love life that you just met like 2 minutes ago. Like, go away. Do anything else. Chimney. Chimney actually goes in S tier. Without Chimney and Ganbei, the crew would have been clapped. Let's be like, we can't mince words about this. Without Chimney and Ganbei, the crew was clapped. Like, Chimney is the reason why Luffy was able to save Robin, and if you say anything other than that, you're fucking lying to yourself. Chopper goes above Chimney. I spent so much time watching this arc screaming at my fucking camera because of people being like, oh yeah, look at the Straw Hat's little pet. Bro, he's a doctor. The disrespect is crazy. Imagine you're a little reindeer, right? You go through the trouble of eating the human fruit, becoming a human reindeer, right? A human reindeer. You go through all that trouble, you learn the English language, and then you spend all your time for years studying medical textbooks under the tutelage of two of the best doctors on an island that is famous for doctors, just for people to say, hey, look, it's their little raccoon dog. Huh? Disrespectful as fuck, dude. Disrespectful as fuck. That's their little raccoon dog. He is a grown-ass man and a doctor. How many degrees do you have? Chopper's got you beat. Shut up. End of story. Alright, moving on. I cannot even begin to tell you who this person is. What are they from? I know I've seen them before for sure. Filler. I don't remember who this dude is. He's just going in filler. He's just going in filler. Kobe? Okay, Kobe... Kobe's going top of mid. Top of mid. All he did was get packed up, but to be fair, the person he got packed up by was Luffy. So, you know, he's made a lot of strides since the first time we saw him. Not only did he become, you know, a insane master of hand-to-hand combat, he learned, bro, I already forgot what they're called. The 6 powers, you know what I mean? He learned the, so like I was saying, this bro, trash. This dude, isn't this just like the drunk guy from Blackbeard's crew? The drunk guy from Blackbeard's crew. I think... trash. Anyways. So, Dragon is kind of an interesting one because we know he's cool as fuck, but I haven't seen him do anything. The only thing that I've seen him do on screen was when he saved everyone back in, what was it, Logtown? And then since then, he hasn't done anything. The only thing he's done is see that his son is being successful. Spoilers. If you're watching this, you should know that. The only thing that we've seen is him see that his son's being successful. He got the wanted poster, and then he was like, this fucking kid, what is he doing? You know what I mean? Like, show a little bit of pride in your kid. I get it, man. You got a lot going on. You're going to war with the entire planet, but... come on, man. I'm honestly... he's going in freak tier. He's going in freak tier. He's not going in mid because the mid characters are characters who, at a minimum, like, they've done a thing. You know what I mean? He hasn't even done a thing. He's just going in top of freak tier. Because it's low-key kind of freaky to not have pride in your kid when he literally took on the world government and you're also taking on the world government. Like, what are you, jealous? Oh, we need a new tier. Yeah, we need a new tier. Foxy. Oh, it's got changed. Hold up. There we go. Yeah, Foxy. I don't think I need to explain that decision to any of you. If I do, that's outrageous that I would need to explain that to anyone. Frankie, that Waluigi looking ass dude should be at the bottom. Oh, shit. Frankie. I really want to put Frankie in S tier, but Frankie was an asshole. Like, I get why he was an asshole, but Frankie was like a grade A quality asshole for most of the time we knew it. At least half of the time that we knew Frankie, he was genuinely like a horrible fucking asshole to everyone that we knew and cared about at that point in the story, you know? So yeah, Frankie... like, towards the end, he really grows on you. And he did build them he built them the new ship. Like, he doesn't deserve to be in mid, for sure. I think he just goes in badass. I think, for me, Frankie just goes in badass. S tier is reserved for the people who, like, I consistently liked throughout the course of the saga. Like, they made no mistakes. No notes. I have no notes for S tier. Frankie was an asshole. He beat the shit out of Usopp for basically no reason. Fucking Chapapa, he goes in freak tier. He goes in freak tier. You cannot look like that and have that voice. That's unacceptable behavior. Unacceptable. Granted, it's not his fault. You know, it's the VA, it's the director, is the Oda, whatever. He goes in freak tier. It is what it is. Funkfried, S tier. I don't need to explain it. If I need to explain to you why Funkfried is an S tier, I don't know. Garp. Garp goes in mid. He goes in mid over Blue Note. Now, I know this is going to piss some of you off. Let me explain my reasoning for why Garp goes in mid here. Obviously, he was super strong. You could make the argument that he belongs in Badass. You could make the argument that he belongs in Badass. However, he let Aokiji dog walk him into chasing down his grandson after he said, no, I'm not going to go after you. I'll catch up with you in the new world, big dog. I'll see you then. He let Aokiji dog walk him from there. He made a promise to his grandson in front of all of his fucking subordinates, in front of Kobe and goddamn that other guy. I know his name is Helmeppo. Please don't come after me. It was just a joke because they forget his name. Please stop. The point is, he let Aokiji tell him what the fuck he was going to do after. I get, he's in the military. There's a higher. I don't care, bro. I don't care about any of that. That's crazy. He goes in mid. You can fight about it in the comments. I don't care. One of these is Gamora and one of them is Sodom. Crazy names. They go in top of freak. Top of freak. I can't explain to you why, but both Sodom and Gamora just give freak energy. They just give freak energy. Ganbei, like I already said, Ganbei and Chimney, S tier. Without them, the crew would have been fucking clapped. So Chimney and Ganbei both go in S tier. Ganbei, actually, no, Ganbei goes under Chimney. Yeah, Ganbei goes under Chimney. Foxy crew, you go in the Foxy tier, where you belong. Pigeon, S tier, also, obviously. He's tripped the fuck out the whole show. He deserves to be there. Anyone who says anything different is lying to themselves. That's where he goes. Helmeppo. I like the new weapons Helmeppo is sporting. I gotta rewatch that fight, honestly, because I remember Helmeppo getting packed up quicker than Kobe. Yo, peace out, Hearn. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the follow. Appreciate you hanging out. One parting word of wisdom. Never put out a community post where you say the phrase, suck a butt. Never say that. Never say that on YouTube. Never say that on YouTube. You'll get banned. Don't do it. Don't do it. But yeah, Helmeppo, he's going somewhere in mid. I think he's going under Blue Note. It's just the vibes thing. It's just the vibes. This is my arbitrary and biased decision making. If you have a problem with it, I don't know what to tell you. This is where these people go in the tier list. Iceberg. Iceberg's kind of a badass. I'm putting Iceberg. Honestly, I'm putting Iceberg over Ace. Ace, go in your spot. I'm putting Iceberg over Ace. He's not S tier. Same as Free My Brother. Stand strong. Yeah, Iceberg goes in badass tier. Top of badass tier. He got shot. He got beat the fuck up. He never gave in. Even when, like, he was like, you know, they're gonna fucking assassinate me. I just know it. I know that I'm gonna get clapped. You know, he still was willing to go out just dying for a cause. And so for that reason, Iceberg goes in badass. Not necessarily an S tier because, you know, he still let himself be bamboozled. So, but after he wasn't bamboozled, you know, he came back around, he helped build them a new ship. And he, you know, actually, no. Now that I'm talking to myself about this more, he named the goddamn ship. He goes here. I've changed my mind. See, this is why I'm such a big yapper, because I will come to different conclusions the longer I yap about shit. Yeah, he goes in S tier, never mind. I completely changed my mind. Drunk Wolf. Drunk wolf guy. Drunk wolf guy. Drunk wolf guy. Well, since he was a part of one of my favorite fights of the whole arc, obviously, you know, given my goddamn appearance, this guy was a part of one of my favorite fights of the whole arc, so he has to go at least in mid. See, this is the only issue with structuring my my tier list like this, is you have to be very firm in your convictions. I'm gonna put him above Bluno. Yeah, he just goes above Bluno. This dude, random member of Blackbeard's crew, he tried to hit Ace with a building but got packed up. Trash. Kaku. Okay, so this is the first one of the traitors. Oh wait, no. I guess technically Bluno, but he, you know, he was just the bartender, so I don't really count him as being like undercover, you know? Like everyone else was actually like involved. But Bluno was just kind of like off on the periphery. Kaku. Honestly, I really like the speech like at the end where Kaku's like, damn, I really regret doing this. I could have just had gainful employment. I could have had health insurance. I would have just worked my blue collar job, hang out with my buddies all day. Everyone in the town respected me. I just threw all that away for nothing. I got packed up by Roronoa Zoro. Kaku. I'm gonna put Kaku bottom of badass. Bottom of badass is just the vibes thing. It's just the vibes thing. This little freak, she goes in the top of freak. If you know, you know. She spent the whole time she was on screen just trying to get people slippery. She is a little freak. This is where she goes. If you say anything else, you're fucking lying to yourself. You're just lying to yourself if you say she goes anywhere other than top of freak. This dude was pretty cool. I'm gonna put him... He definitely goes above Kaku. He definitely goes above Aokiji. That seems fair. Where's the other one? Let me just put both of the giants together right now. Because I don't know their names, so who cares? Where's the other? Oh, it's right there. Okay. These chicks... I'm trying to remember their origin story. Because I know, like, when Frankie found them, they were just, like... Everyone in the Frankie family was just low-key little street thugs. I think she just goes mid. She just goes mid. I don't even know which one was Kiwi and which one was the other one. I don't even know the other one's name. It's just Kiwi and something. No, they just go mid. They just go bottom of mid. At least I remember Helmeppo's name. You know what I'm saying? Granny Kokoro. Another person without whom the crew would have been fucking clapped. But I would just feel too wrong putting her in S tier. She just doesn't go in S tier. She's going in mid. She's going above Kiwi and other Kiwi. She's going... She's going above Helmeppo. Where's she going above Helmeppo? This dude with the fat powers, who is always trying to talk about committing Sudoku, he just goes... I don't know if it's worse to put someone in the top of Freak or the bottom of Freak. Obviously, we know putting her in the top of Freak is deliberate, but I think it's we're gonna put him here. Brother was just spending the whole time trying to commit Sudoku. Oh my, Winston, what is up with you? Winston, you're tweaking, bro. Hey, come here. Come here. I'm not gonna chase you down. This dude also goes in trash. He didn't even fight during the, like, Blackbeard versus Ace fight, right? Like, this dude was barely present. The only thing I saw him do, and I remember this distinctly, like, this is so vivid, stuck in my brain. He just ran away, or he ran to go help Blackbeard, but he did it with, like, his little cane stuck behind his back. So he was just, like, running away like this. Like, it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Just running, just here. I don't even know if you could. Here, let me go. Is it this way? Yeah. He's just running away with his little cane behind his back. Stupidest thing I've ever seen, and I grew up watching people Naruto run. Ooh, Lucci. Lucci goes up here. Lucci was crazy. I did not like Lucci throughout the entirety of this arc. But I mean, he's a villain, so am I really supposed to? Like, at 13, my man was John Wick, just working for the government. He took out 500 soldiers. Lucci is a demon. He's just a straight demon. He belongs in this spot. This is where Lucci belongs, for sure. Luffy. Okay. Now, a lot of you, I know there are a substantial number of you who are like, oh, well, Luffy went Gear 2, he went Gear 3, he had that crazy fight with Lucci, he was doing all this stuff, he had the fight with Usopp. Clearly, Luffy goes in top G. No. Listen, I know some of you may have been expecting me to change my opinions on who my favorite Straw Hat is during Water 7. If you've made it this far into the video, you might be able to guess who's gonna be top G. You might be able to guess. I'll give you one guess. Put it down in the comments right now if you figured it out. If you figured it out early. Good for you. Good for you, little buddy. This dude trash. Actually, wait, no, top of trash. Actually, bottom of it. Actually, yeah, no, bottom of it, bottom of it. Oh no, that's so sad, actually. The Mary is on this list? Bro, I didn't look at this list ahead of time. I'm not the one who made this list. I just go onto Tier Maker and find the list once I'm done with the arc. I did not know Mary was gonna be on this list. Well, I mean, technically now, like, it is refuse. It's fallen apart completely. It is kind of just a bunch of wood. Like, this is, in theory, like, if you really think about it, let me stop before I get, oh shit, oh god. Please don't attack me. Please don't attack me. I'm gonna put the Mary. The Mary's the first Straw Hat to actually die. Might be the only Straw Hat to die based off how One Piece goes. Might be the only character in the whole show to actually die. So you know what? We're gonna have, for this episode, for this arc only, 2 top Gs. 2 top Gs. First one, going Mary. Top G. Top G. Nami? I agree with the guy from Galley Law. You were dressed pretty scantily this whole arc. But that being said, she did take on a Devil Fruit user by herself. Well, mostly by herself. You know, obviously our world famous doctor had to come and save her. But she did take him on by herself, or by herself. She took on her by herself initially. I'm gonna put Nami in badass. She, like, Like, it's kind of weird because, like, our crew has so much, like, AoE ability, so it's crazy because Nami's just able to pack up, like, infinite Marines by herself. It's... she goes right there. That seems fair. That seems fair. This guy, trash. He got packed up by Frankie. And he got packed up by Frankie, like, early on. Like, before we even cared about Frankie. That's how you know he's like, fuck this guy. Just have Frankie beat his ass. Who cares? Ooh, Nico Robin's mom. Whose name? Olivia! Okay, I almost forgot her name. Okay. Oh, you know what? Now that I see that that's Olivia, now I know who this guy is. Now I know who this guy is. He was the fucking guy. Randomly found this channel. Tell me why the random girl from Water 7 is ranked higher than my goat Foxy? My brother in Christ. Ooh. Pack him up. Pack him up, boys. Pack him up. Get him out of here. My goat Foxy is crazy. Who are we talking about? Olivia? I mean, I know that she did it all for, like, a really good reason. But it was still kind of shitty to not, like, you know, really say anything to your kid or tell her, like, why you were doing what you were doing. Granted, she was young when you left, so, like, maybe you didn't think it would have been worth it, but... Olivia... Olivia's kind of mid. She's kind of mid. Olivia's going bottom mid. Olvia. Fuck! Alright, well... Alright, stop recording, edit the whole video, retake, cut out everything I just said, Alright, redo it, okay, shh, nobody say anything. Okay, shh, nobody say anything. Where are we gonna put Olvia? I'm just gonna put it right here. Okay, good. But now that I see Olvia, I actually remember who this guy is, so I can move him out of the filler tier. And we're gonna put him... right here. Right here. We're putting him right here. He stood 10 toes and was willing to just, like, fucking die. So he goes right there. He was like, hey, put those little bitches on the phone. I got something to say to Abraham Lincoln. So, yeah, he goes right there. Bro, good thing Olvia was on this list, because otherwise I would have had no fucking clue who this guy was, and I would have just disrespected the fuck out of him on this tier list. I love this guy because he just spent the whole time telling every female character that they needed to smile more and dress more appropriately. Yeah, what gave it away? Yeah. Usopp is my favorite character. I don't know how you were able to tell. Let's see though. This guy... put him... I don't know if he goes above out. Yeah, he does. He goes right below Nami. He goes right below Nami, I think. Oh, Foxy. Oh. Listen, I know you guys might be saying, but wait, hold on. She has big booba. We have to clearly put her somewhere else. And to that I say, you're right. It's a good thing I talked to myself and I talked myself out of this. We're gonna put her right here. All right, Aika. Hey, have a good night and/or day and/or afternoon. I'll see you next time. Robin? You kind of annoyed the fuck out of me this whole arc, but not as much as another Straw Hat did. Robin. Like, I get... To be fair, I understand why Robin was doing the things that she was doing. Obviously, you know, she has a lot of childhood trauma, a lot of fucking baggage, and that led to her making some really, really fucking suboptimal decisions. At a certain part during this arc, she just became an assassin. She was just willing to assassinate a mare for no reason. So I'm trying to remember where I put Robin during the last tier list. I think she's gonna be the only Straw Hat who moves down a tier in a tier list. This will be the first time. Like, I don't think she goes in mid. Because, you know, yeah, you're right. No, like, what she did for the crew. I know this is going to be disrespectful because this is kind of like Robin arc. But I think she, for me personally, she just kind of goes here. She just kind of goes here. I know it's disrespectful. It's a Robin focused arc, but that's just where she goes. She goes right there. She goes right there. Put her next. You know goddamn well she's not the one going next to the Mary boy. Don't act crazy saying some goofy shit like that. That's outrageous. You know damn well who's going next to the Mary. Hey, appreciate the follow. Nico, appreciate the follow. You know damn well who's going next to the Mary. Ah, and it feels so good too. It feels so right. It feels so right to put him there. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. For those of you who weren't here earlier when we got our raid and our first group of people came to hang out with us, let me show you this again. Again, I'm only 300 episodes into, or 326 episodes into One Piece, but. But this is something I spent money on. I'm on my tippy toes. There. Look at that. That's crazy. It's such insane quality for how little I paid for that figure. But yeah, no. Listen, I could debate this clinically for. I could be a doctoral candidate talking about Sanji during this arc. Every time there's like some crew drama or there's like something insane that's going on, there's, you know, basically every arc since Sanji has been introduced, which too much on it has, you know, we already passed the, we had Flaming Foot Sanji in this arc, so surely it's not spoilers now. Surely it's not spoilers. But we had Sanji go the fuck off this arc. He's like always, I don't know if it's because I relate to him like so personally, like how he is in terms of like personality, and I also, you know, may have worked in restaurants for a long fucking time, but like that's not the only reason. Like I feel like in my own personal life and in my like career and things like that, I've always had to be like a mediator. And to me, like, that's kind of how Sanji always feels as a character. It feels like he's kind of putting himself in the middle of things to make sure that, like, everyone else is good, or at the bare minimum, everyone else is, like, considering each other's feelings. Like, multiple times throughout this episode, he had to, like, stop Nami, he had to stop Chopper, he had to be like, hey, listen, let him do his fucking thing. Let him do his fucking thing. He's going through some shit. He needs to figure out a way to work through this on his own. Just let him do it. Just let him do it. And because he's always the one who's like consistently doing that, that's just why he's become my favorite Straw Hat. It's because it's, granted, his fight's sick, his backstory insane, his vibe, bro, look at how good I look. Obviously, I should be a blonde. But, like, when he is the mediator of the crew, that's, like, my favorite moments for, like, him as a character. And for that reason, Sharks, top G. Jaguar. He didn't do a whole lot. He's kind of like in the similar boat to me as Garp, where I'm not gonna put him in mid. Let me be clear, I'm not putting Jaguar in mid. But like he's is in a similar situation where he always like, not always, but he was willing to do the right thing when he saw there was like some sort of an injustice going on. Granted, Garp, that's not the reason why he was like, let Luffy go. He was just like, yeah, fuck it, I don't care. But like Jaguar, like he saw something was wrong and he was like, yeah, I don't fuck with that. We gotta change some shit around here. And then he still like went out trying to be the good guy. I think Jaguar goes here. Yeah, here. Yeah, Jaguar goes here. Bro, this is the craziest looking tier list for anyone who like doesn't hear my explanations. They just see fucking Whitebeard and Garp down here, and then Icebergs up here with Chimney and Gonbei. They're like, what the fuck is going on? Ooh, Shanks. Again, we didn't get to see him do, like, really anything. But the lore drop that Shanks was a part of during this arc was fucking crazy. So we got all this backstory on Shanks, on Gold Roger, on Whitebeard, but we also learned about ability Shanks has called Hockey. Granted, I still have no fucking clue what that means. If you spoil it for me in the comments, I'm gonna fucking decapitate you. But what it seems like to me is that Shanks just has fucking aura, and that's his ability. If you've been watching my channel this whole time, probably not, but for like the small percentage of you who are like OG Fish fam that are currently watching this video or are currently chilling in Twitch chat, follow me, twitch.tv/SpartnFish. You know that like immediately when Shanks got introduced, I was like, yo, I fuck with this character. I hope we get to see more of this character. It's tough being a Shanks fan out on these streets because we never see him, but when we do, it's always some like cool piratey shit going on, you know what I mean? Like those are the moments of One Piece that I talk about all the time where I'm like, I like when it's just some goofy pirate shit. And Shanks is always a part of some goofy pirate shit. But again, he didn't really do anything. The only thing he contributed to the storyline was he had aura in one episode. That being said, I fuck with his vibe, so he goes right here. Listen, I'm a fucking guy who watches shonen anime, dude. Of course I'm gonna put Shanks way up there, bro. The first 300 episodes. Well, so I have been watching. I started the YouTube channel a year ago. I had to think about it. But yeah, it's been about a year. Well, a little bit over a year now. Since we just finished Water 7, so it was 325. So it's taken a minute, for sure. But we're going through them. I wish that I had the ability to like post more. But I'm just a little guy. I have to watch them all and edit them all by myself, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, damn the disrespect. I'm never gonna finish the show. Okay. Hey, appreciate the follow though. I mean, if I don't finish, you'll know. You'll be here when I finish. You're gonna be here for the final character tier list stream. So, you know, stick around. 10 years from now, I will be streaming in a wheelchair. I will just have a gray wig on instead. This guy is a drunk horse. He just goes right there, I think. Smoker. I don't think I am alone in saying this. Smoker is my favorite Marine. Is that wrong to say? Like, at this point in the story, you know, we don't know a lot of Marines, but I know Smoker, and his vibes, immaculate. Smoker's vibes are immaculate. go. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put Smoker on the tier list. In case it wasn't clear. Kobe kind of... See, the thing is, I haven't seen Kobe do enough yet. But from, like, the glow-up they've already given him at this point in the show, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Going from where he started to such a little amount of time passing. Bro, I mean, not only did he get stronger, but he grew 3 feet. He has nowhere to go but up. Literally. Widowy. Smoker... Listen, if I'm applying the same logic to Smoker that I do to like Ace and Shanks and them, I just gotta put he didn't really even do anything. He just goes bottom of badass because I fuck with him, you know, like that. At the end of the day, this is my own biased decision making. I'm making the tier list, not fucking you. So Smoker goes right there. All right, Sogeking. Sogeking is dope. I like Sogeking. The one thing I dislike about Sogeking is when he sings his own intro. That's the only time I don't like Sogeking, is when he's singing his own intro. Other than that, Sogeking is great. He's great. I love Sogeking. I'm gonna put Sogeking right here, cause the craziest part is he just met the crew. And he's willing to be, like, on a government list as one of the biggest terrorists of all time. He's going to war with the government. He's on this terrorist watch list now. Bro, you're outrageous for even suggesting that. That's crazy. Bro went on a terrorist watch list. You know what? I will put him here, though. Actually, no, I'll put him here. I'll put him right there. That's where Sogeking goes. Because he just met this crew of people, and he's willing to go on this terrorist watch list? That's crazy. Next to the Okay, first of all, if you were here on time, you would know that without Chimney and Ganbei, the crew would have been fucking clapped. Robin would have been escorted through the gates of justice without Chimney and Ganbei. I will die on this hill. Without Chimney and Ganbei, everyone was fucking destroyed. They are responsible for the crew succeeding and living during Water 7. End of story. Spanded? Trash. This guy... No one cares about... I care! This is my arbitrary and biased decision-making making this tier list. I care. Okay, who the fuck is this guy? He just goes right here. I don't remember who the fuck you are, Chief. I'm sure you're a Marine or something, but... Oh, wait, no, this is Spanda's dad! Fucking go right there. Spanda's dad. Go right there. Thousand Sunny. Bro, to be honest, you ain't done shit yet. Like, you haven't done a goddamn thing for us. All you did was blast off and fly a little bit. The Mary's already done that shit. You gotta do more than that to impress me. You go right here. The Thousand Sunny goes right there. I ain't seen him do shit yet. You know? Ooh, this guy whose name I can't fucking remember. What is his name? Is like a Captain Cleaver or some goofy shit like that. I know he has a goofy ass name. I don't remember his name, but he goes right here. This is the only Marine that I've ever seen give a shit about other Marines. Because generally speaking, the other Marines are always fucking horrible to each other. This is the only guy I've seen never not be an asshole to his subordinates. So he goes right there. He's cool. He's a cool guy. Tashigi, you look kind of bad now. I'm not gonna lie. Tashigi looks kind of bad now, but again, she ain't do shit. She go right there. This guy from Galley Law. Just goes right there. Actually, yeah, he goes right there. No, Yeah, he goes right there. I'm very indecisive when it comes to putting the people in the right spot in mid. Ooh, Tom! Okay, Tom-san. I'm trying to think. He did stand 10 toes. He was willing to just die for his shit. Like, if Frankie's there, then surely Tom has to be there, right? Like, if Frankie is here, Tom has to be above him, because Tom is responsible for Frankie being the way that he is. This fucking guy, you just go right here, buddy. You just go right here. You wasted my fucking time. That's what you did. You wasted my fucking time. You can be right there. Right there. Wait, this is long ass fucking horse, isn't it? This is long ass, the long horse. He can go right fucking there. Yeah, they both go in filler. I thought this was the drunk horse, but it's the long horse, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I forget this mouse's name. It's like Giant or something, right? Below Funk Free. Below Funk Free. You just didn't do as much as Funk Free did, let's be honest. Let's be real. Okay. It's time for everyone's favorite part of my tier list videos, where I incessantly shit on Usopp. Listen, I get why he was upset. I understand completely why he was upset. But Usopp's, like, fucking pig-headedness, his fucking inability to deal with his own mental issues, his inability to, like, talk through it with his friends, is unwilling. He's just so fucking stubborn, needlessly. And he, like, refuses to, like, see his own value. And, like, that's the thing that upsets me the most. Like, he contributed so much to this fucking crew, but he refuses to see his own value, and then he lets it, like, affect his own mental well-being to the point where he's, like, causing problems for the entire rest of the crew. And then he blames them for it, because he can't deal with his own fucking emotional baggage. Like, granted, Robin, same fucking thing this arc, but when she was dealing with it, she was still trying to help her friends. Usopp was just being like, no, I don't wanna. You know, he was being a little baby bitch this whole arc. If he was acting more like my goat Soga King, he could very well be an S tier. But Usopp was acting like a little baby bitch this whole arc. Alright, I think that was enough ranting to get mean comments. Now let me tell you how I really feel about Usopp. He's such a complex character. And I fucking hate him because he was a little baby bitch during this arc. I wasn't lying. Joke's on you. Ha 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 ha, stinky. Yeah, no. Usopp really fucking upset me this whole arc. He really upset me this whole arc. Just, like, at a certain point, he has to figure out a way to deal with his own emotions in a more constructive way than just, like, being super negative to himself and then taking it out on everyone else. Like, that's what he does. Consistently in every arc, he gets into this weird emotional headspace where he doesn't know how to deal with, like, his own emotional issues, and then he just takes it out on everyone else because he's, like, too prideful to actually admit, like, when he's got something going on. Like, he wants to be, like, this big, strong man so bad that he, like, refuses to deal with shit that he's got going on. And bro frustrates the hell out of me. It's on site. It's on site. Listen. It is what it is, man. Based off of what I've seen of Usopp so far, I know he's probably going to have the best character arc out of anyone in the show. That being said, right now, he's at a point in his character arc where I really dislike him. I really dislike him because of his like inability to deal with his own like emotional turmoil. I'm sure at some point, based off of the amount of Usopp fans that shit on me in the video where we first met Usopp in One Piece, what was it, like episode 9 or episode 10, something like that. Like, here, hold on, let me... This is the best arc for Usopp. Ooh, yeesh. That's upsetting, because we got like 300 something more episodes to go, brother. This is the best? He has the 300 more. We got like 700 something more episodes to go. Surely that can't be true. Let me see. All right, here, let me pull up the thumbnail. Where is it? There it is. I hate him. I hate him. I'm not gonna lie. I got a lot of flack when Usopp was first introduced as a character. But yeah, he about to go and dislike the video. Oh no. Not a year later, it's getting disliked. Honestly though, yeah, like, I see the vision for where Usopp's gonna go, if you're being serious and this is the best arc for Usopp, that's genuinely really upsetting to hear that his character doesn't grow past this point. But if that's not the case, and he, does grow a little bit more, then, I think I'm gonna grow to really like Usopp eventually. But right now, he's in a place where I just really genuinely dislike most things he does. It's your oh, yeesh. He's going mid because eventually he did come around, but bro, you gotta get over your own pride at some point. He's gotta get over he's not, bro thinks he's Vegeta. He's not Vegeta. Vegeta funnels his pride in like a meaningful, constructive way. I think my cat just broke something in the other room. But Vegeta manages his pride in like a constructive way where it hold on, I have to go see what the fuck my cat is doing. I'll be right back. Hey, what are you doing? Fucking Winston, bro. Fucking Winston. Causing issues. Huh? He knocked the remote off the thing with the remotes. Winston, say hello. Not a care in the world. Yeah, he has a bunch of bald spots because he was a little street fighter. Winston. Oh. Like the monkey from do not disrespect my cat, bro. Don't do it. My cat is a street fighter. Do not disrespect him like that. Yeah, him and Leo are playing. That's a portrait of Leo back there. That's a portrait of Leo back there, my dog. Yeah, him and Winston are running around, but they're knocking shit off the counter, so I had to go beat his ass. Don't call the animal police. Not literally. This guy, this is the dude who tried to interrupt the Blackbeard fight, like the Blackbeard and Ace fight, by trying to snipe Ace through the fucking head, and Ace just turned his head. He did a Toby and just zoop. Nope, can't hit me. No. Trash. Yeah, it was out of the last like 2 episodes of the show or of this arc. It was my favorite moment when he tried to assassinate Ace, and Ace was just like, "What are you doing, bro? Stop it! You're being rude right now. Knock it off." Bro, how I wish this guy was filler. I wish this guy was filler. I love Sanji. I love seeing Sanji fight. Not like this, bro. Not with nose noodles. Not with nose noodles. I wish you were filler so bad. I wish this was filler that I could have skipped. I would love to put you in Foxy tier right now. I would put you in Foxy tier right now if that wouldn't be disrespectful to Foxy. You're bottom of trash. Bottom of trash. Bottom of trash. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Add a row below. Make it purple. This new tier. Below Foxy. This is the Wanze tier. Deserved. Deserved. If we're being honest with ourselves, that's so deserved. All right, now we can scroll up and not even have Wanze be on screen. Honestly, it was it was so good. It was so good. I really liked Water 7. I liked it because there was so much emotion going on. A lot of the emotion was like centered around Robin, and then obviously the emotion centered around Usopp. Like the emotion centered around Robin though made me really like Robin. The emotion centered around Usopp made me really dislike Usopp. So it's like two sides of the same coin. Like the reason why I liked this arc so much was because I got so emotionally invested in the crew, and because they had like so many like emotional interactions. One of those was obviously Usopp's. So don't get me wrong, like I feel like Usopp heavily contributed to like the overall story of the arc, but that's why he goes there. Bro, for me so far, it's been my favorite arc as well, for sure. Look, I'm only on Water 7. Whitebeard hasn't done anything except drink a bowl of alcohol. I can't put him anywhere else. He hasn't done anything. Frog. You're kind of a freak, bro. You're kind of a freak. This frog spent half his screen time trying to imitate Frankie getting hit by a train. That's kind of odd behavior. It's fan behavior. It's kind of parasocial. He goes right here. He goes right here. This dude, he spent the entirety of his screen time in overalls and fishnets. What has Shank... Bro, they introduced hockey this arc. I don't even know what that is, but all I know is that Shanks' aura knocks people unconscious. Huh? What? Anyways, this guy goes in freak tier. Goes above some. Yeah, he goes right there. He goes right there. Like I said, he spent the whole arc in overalls and fishnets. That's just where he goes. Oh, he hasn't done much more. He got his arm chopped off saving Luffy as a child. What do you mean he hasn't done much more? Whitebeard has drank a bottle of booze. This is egregious. This is egregious. Also, hey, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you hanging out. All right. Now, Zoro always, as far as I'm aware, Zoro is like always going to be last on the tier list. I don't know where to put him. Hey, appreciate the follow. Appreciate the follow. That's one more. That's correct. Shanks is the one who brought him the. I'm gonna go get my Tengen swords. I'ma fight you. Put him higher than that frog. I don't know where to put Zoro, honestly. Like, in my opinion, this was the first arc. Granted, we're not that far into the series, so it probably happens throughout the story. But this was like the first arc where we had Sanji and Zoro like agreeing on shit because they were like, okay, dude, like, we gotta let this Usopp guy figure his own emotional shit out. Like, he has to get his act together. This is kind of ridiculous. I think he goes under Soga King, though. I think he goes under Soga King. I really liked Zoro this arc, but I think he goes under Soga King. Like, think about it. Like, realistically, you know, Sogeking just met, I know I've already said this, but you know, since some of you are new around here, Sogeking literally just met these people and he was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll go on a terrorist watch list for these guys, let's go to war. You know, I'll declare war on the world government, I don't give a fuck, I'm the king of snipers, baby. So Sharks, for that reason, I think Sogeking is higher rated than Zoro. It is what it is. Usopp has done so much by this point. I agree. Yeah, he definitely has. He's done so much, and almost all of it has upset me greatly. that like the emotional impact he has on the show is crazy, because almost anytime Usopp does anything, it either like immediately makes me super emotional in a positive way or super emotional in a negative way. This arc, he's going right here, not because he didn't do a lot, not because he wasn't like having good fights, he wasn't having good interactions, like the way he contributed to the story this arc was, I feel like, purposefully to make me upset. Like, I don't know, I've heard from a lot of people similar things. I think it honestly just comes down to like a personality thing. Solo Leveling fan hates Usopp. Who could have guessed? Brother, I just spent like the last 5 minutes saying everything Usopp does, whether it's positive or negative, gives me like a really emotional reaction. Usopp fan unable to understand emotion. Who could have guessed? Anyways, this is my final tier list ranking. For obvious reasons, Sanji continues to be my top G. I know I've already talked on this, but pretty much everything he did throughout this saga was literally like trying to be a mediator for the crew, and just because of my personality, that's something that like I really connect with and I really appreciate. So that's, until Sanji stops doing that, that's kind of where he stays for me, honestly. But he's still not big. What makes me think of Usopp negatively? Listen, hold on. I'm gonna deal with you in 1 second. Let me end this YouTube video first, and then I'll come back to you, because I've already talked about this like 12, 15 times at this point. Hold on. All right, so that is the end of the tier list. If you like this video, make sure that you check out the Saga review video that's gonna be coming out either 2 days after this one or the week after this one, just depending on when this video comes out, if it's out on a Tuesday or Thursday. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Obviously, my Twitch chat disagrees with me. I'm sure a lot of you will too. If you want to debate me in the comments, feel free to debate me in the comments. I'm probably not going to respond to all of you, but I will probably respond to some of you. If you want to be here to debate me live next time, make sure that you're following me on Twitch. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.